Two outstanding leaders, one from West and the other from East Grand Bahama, were laid to rest on Saturday. Both funerals attracting a cross-sector of the community, including political leaders past and present. We begin in West Grand Bahama, where hundreds packed St. Stephen's Anglican Church and an overflow of family members, well-wishers, and friends from far and near came to bid a final farewell to well-known businessman and community leader Austin Grant.
To support my family, his wife and children, and Mr. Grant was a family man, a community man, a pillar in the 8 Mile Rock community, and we're here to give them our support.
He really had a heart of gold. He loved his family and people, you know. Everyone who knows him will know that. He was a part of the Crushers and the baseball team, you know. And he was very instrumental in all the sporting and 8 Mile Rock and even in Freeport.
He's the kind of guy who is so generous. He would see somebody struggling on the road. He would stop and pick them up. And if they would complain that they didn't have food in the house, he would take them to the supermarket and purchase groceries for them and take them home. You know, that was the kind of guy he was.
He was a person that will tell you the truth as he sees it. And he was a fun-loving person, a very kind person. And, you know, that's going to be missed, especially with me. That's what I remember most, and that's what I will always remember Junior as that type of person.
Meanwhile, in East Grand Bahama, cars stretched for miles as hundreds packed the Cleveland Baptist Church for the homegoing service for community leader and patriarch Genius Cooper. Mourners reflected on his legacy.
He's an icon in the Grand Bahama area from West End to East End and also in Abercrombie, straight across. He was a man that well respected by all communities. And he's a man, like I say, had good character and good integrity. And the Grand Bahama community has missed a giant of a man who was upstanding and upright in all his ways and whatever there was, whether it was political, spiritual, or mental, whatever it was, he was an upstanding citizen of this country.
He was well known because he touched a lot of lives, you know, and growing up here in this small quaint settlement of Freetown, he has made a great impact here.
He had strong Christian values, great ethics, and he just had a love for people, all walks of life, and especially children and widows or women rearing children by themselves. Papa always had an encouraging word, and he would always step up as if he would be that missing link for them. You know, he's had a brother who had passed away many years ago, and he raised those girls as if they were his very own. So, and he's done that with so many other people within this community and throughout the Bahamas.
Switching gears now, the Keep Grand Bahama Clean Committee is piloting a creative program to promote the importance of recycling while supporting local charities all at the same time. The initiative was launched prior to the Christmas holidays. Natalie Martinborough fills us in.
Members of the Keep Grand Bahama Clean Committee are partnering with Presto Recycling for the Cans for Charity initiative. It is a recycling program implemented to capitalize on the large amount of aluminum cans that are dumped during the Christmas holidays. So far, thousands of cans have been collected.
Normally when people bring in cans, they get paid for the cans. It's a nominal fee, but it's something, right? And this is one of the few islands or the few places in the world that actually pays people to do it. You know, normally, you know, people just recycle to recycle because it's the right thing to do, but because we're really trying to get it off the ground here, this is what Presto has been doing. So yes, that's the normal procedure. Now what we're doing with this program is when people come in, instead of taking the cash, they can tell the Presto representative which charity they want it to go to, and they have a log book that we're keeping close audits on, and they log all the information, and all of that money will go to the charity.
The committee has extended the program to run year-round, and the message will be taken to the schools. Rico Cargill says it is a program that will not just benefit charities, but the community and the environment in general.
If we can divert all of our aluminum cans, all of it, away from the landfill, and that would mean a lot for the landfill. It extends the life of the landfill for one. It generates a revenue stream for somebody else for two. So, and if we could just do the aluminum cans alone, we start to invoke this paradigm shift that trying to reduce the waste stream, trying to turn our waste stream into income. That's the overall objective for us. So if we can get those things done, we'll accomplish at least some of our goals.
3 local charities are benefiting from the project: the Humane Society, the Salvation Army, and the Grand Bahama Children's Home. Member of the Children's Home Committee, Sarah Kirkby, believes it is a good effort.
When people ask us how they can help, this is a great way to do it. You know, put a bin in your home, make sure that when you go to places they recycle, and if it comes back and helps us, that's great. The Children's Home is half government funded, half publicly funded, so we have to work at it all the time. And as you asked, we've got quite a few kids at the home, and we have to feed them and keep them clothed just like any other family. So every penny helps, and if this means you can support us, please recycle. It's great, and we thank them for thinking of us.
Natalie Martin-Burrows, ZNS Network News.
And finally in news, the Junkanoo season is far from over. In a couple of weeks, the young Junkanooers will have a chance to express themselves on Pioneers Way. And this year's Junior Junkanoo Parade will be held in honor of a legend in Junkanoo. Megan Shepard has the story.
Now that the senior parade is done, it's time for the high schools, primary schools, and even some preschools to compete on Pioneers Way. This year's Junior Junkanoo Parade is slated for February 2nd, and coordinator Marsha Stubbs says it's an event you won't want to miss.
We are expecting some 27 schools to be participating with it. I'm encouraging persons to come out and support. Young people are out there. They're making a difference. They're doing what they have to do, and it is sometimes disheartening when you have up bleacher seats that can accommodate just 2,000 people, and we can barely get 500 people there. Tickets for Junior Junkanoo will range from $10 to $5.
The 2013 parade will be in honor of a man who has spent decades perfecting his craft as a Junkanooer and mentoring others in the craft. Leader of the Harbor Boys, Michael Wright, is this year's honoree.
Those of you who know Mikey has been here in the trenches of Junkanoo. I've been here almost 30 years, and he's before that. Mikey continues to work with the young people. His goal is that he passes on culture, not so much as winnings. And so he's encouraging the culture to continue through our young people. He works in the schools with them, and he just wants to see the culture to continue. And Grand Bahama Junior Junkanoo is the place in order to have the culture continue.
The parade will begin at 5:30 p.m.
Stay with us. Megan Shepard has a check on sports when we return.